Alright, guys, we are back. I have successfully used the restroom and got something in my body. I feel super more energetic. Um, I'm pretty sure I sounded at least energetic before, but I actually feel it now. I was born with a lot of energy, so I was going to keep up that energy or I start feeling a bit tired or different. And I feel amazing now. So I was able to use the restroom and get something to eat. And this is the final part of Lollipop Chainsaw Repop ending. Wow. Okay, this is the final part of Lollipop Chainsaw my walkthrough. So we're gonna hop right in. We are doing the final boss, Killabilly. Let's hope this goes well.
Juliet, can you hear me, Juliet?
Morikawa-sensei! You're alive?
Can you hear me, Juliet? My prized student. It is impossible to rest in peace with all this going on.
Sensei, are you alive?
He just said rest in peace, Juliet.
Maybe he's trying to take a nap, Nick.
His voice is all ghosty and creepy and weird. It's a sure sign he's dead.
Yes, dear. I am contacting you from the land beyond words. I'll guide you the best I can, but the reception here is terrible, so listen carefully.
Yes, Sensei.
Yes, Sensei.
Really, Nick? The fate of our whole town is in the balance and you're gonna take the time to mock me? I just heard you. You're right
It was the
there.
wind or something.
Please, both of you. Juliet, you must first get close to Killabilly. But be careful. He is, shall we say, cranky.
Juliet, watch out! I think you can use the cars to make a path.
Heat it up. Your goal.
This is kind of weird that they have me fighting off zombies while this big Killabilly boy is throwing giant cars at me. Tell him, why is he having fun without me? I feel stupid now. I just realized my mic was... What happens when you got someone who constantly wants and needs you to text them throughout the day and give them love. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I just learned that my my fiance, her dog, one of their, I don't know if it's her siblings or her mother's dog, but their dog is, she hurt herself. She's a very old dog, and she hurt herself. She had to go to the vet. She's kind of sad right now because she's an older dog, so she's afraid, you know. She's telling me, well, she's getting older. I'm worried that something bad will happen. Which I understand, you know. I get having a pet. You know, I've had a pet. I've had pets in my lifetime. I had a cat and I had 2 dogs. One was a German Shepherd and one was a Husky, and I loved my German Shepherd and Husky. The German Shepherd I gave to... Well, no, not the German Shepherd. The German Shepherd was hit when he was a little bit young. He wasn't I guess you could say he was still a baby, but he ended up getting hit by a car. I was across the street at a neighbor's, and I have asthma, so I was having, I guess, like an asthma attack because I was doing exercise with my neighbors, and we were having fun and shit. And I started going into like an asthma attack, and he was very overprotective of me and caring for me. He always wanted to help me when I was in trouble. So he saw that and he tried to run across the street to come help me, and he ended up getting hit by a car. And that was hard for me, because I absolutely loved him. And I think at the time, like I said, I was really young, so I was a baby. I wasn't like a baby, but I think I was like 13 or 14. I was young. So my mom gave me about a year. So if I was 14, I was 15. If I was 15, I was 16. I think it was 15. She gave me a year to mourn, and she realized at some point, well, it was more my grandpa. My mom didn't like it. She hated that I put so much into an animal.
Baby?
But my grandpa's like, hey, look, he's not going to stop. It's been a year, and he's still going through this. Just get him another dog. I'll pay for it. Get him another dog to make him feel better. That's come and go, but, you know, if he doesn't get over this, it's gonna be hard for him. So she ended up getting me another dog. She wanted me to get a small dog, but I said no. And we went with my grandpa since she didn't want to pay, so my grandpa paid. And I ended up seeing a dog that reminded me of my my German Shepherd. And I named him Bruce, by the way. I don't remember what my German Shepherd's name was. It was a really child name. I think his name was like Shadows. I mean, it was a really child name, like a name a child would give a kid, like or a kid would give a animal, right? And I also think he was named off of one of my favorite characters in a game or a TV show. I can't remember. But I saw another dog that resembled him, and he was a husky, and that's how I ended up with my second dog. And I named him Bruce. I don't know why, it was the first thing that came to me when I saw him. He looked like a Bruce. He looked like a very protected dog, and I chose that name for him. And nothing bad happened to him. He's still alive to this day. He's a bit older, but he ended up at one point, because he was a big dog, and where I lived was in an apartment. It was a small apartment though, and I lived with my mom, my two sisters, and me. There was not enough yard for him in the back or even the front for him to run. And I would take him out on walks when I could, but it became harder as I went into high school. So what happened was, my cousins, they were in the Army and the Marines, and my Nina and Nino, they were home all alone because their sons were in the Army and Marines, and they were constantly deploying. So I ended up asking. My mom told me not to get him into it. She wanted me to just get rid of him, and I said, no, that's my baby. I can't, and I won't. And my grandpa agreed. So I ended up asking my Nino and Nina. I said, hey, look, with Anthony, which are my cousins, with Anthony and Gilbert gone, because they're constantly out on deployment and stuff, and you guys have a lot of time, do you think you can watch Bruce for me? Every now and then, or maybe for a couple weekends here and there, just so he has a place to run, because they had a huge backyard. My family grew up with money, so they had a big backyard. They basically had a really huge house, and they had enough time on their hands that they go walk him every day, and basically give him the care and exercise he needed, probably on a daily basis, that I could not do. Consistently, at least. And they said, yeah. Because they already had 2 dogs. They said, yeah, you know what, it would be nice. And I would bring him over to their house when we would visit. So they're like, yeah, it would be nice for the other dogs to make a new friend and get more adjusted with him. And yeah, he already knows us, and we love him, and just so you don't have to get rid of him, then yeah. He can stay with us, or we could watch him, here and there, or a couple weekends, or even a month in a row, and it's fine. Now, what ended up happening was, he got so comfortable with them, and adjusted to them, I just ended up leaving him with them, most of the time. And whenever I wanted to see him, I'd just go over, and I had the time. And he remembered me and everything, up until the very end, from the last time I saw him. And he didn't die. Like I said, he's perfectly healthy. He's good. But there was a point where he ended up, and again, like I said, he still remembered me up till the very end. But they wanted to move. They were getting older, and I believe one of the cousins, the younger one, Anthony, he ended up moving with his girlfriend, which became his wife, and then they had a kid. So he lives with her now, and Gilbert, my other cousin, the older one, ended up moving with a couple friends, and that's where they're currently at, as far as I remember. Last time I spoke to them, well, they're like, hey, it's just us in this house. Let's move where it's cheaper, and there's not so much city noises, and where we can get like a bigger house or like a mansion or something. That's what they always wanted. And so they took that idea, and what happened was, sorry, I was just looking at these and counting them to see how many there were. So what happened was, they ended up moving out to, it was either Texas or Arizona, I don't remember. It was out of state, kind of got some farmland and stuff, and they are enjoying it. They're having a good time there. I'm going to change the outfit because it's the finale. And they've offered for me to come out and pay for me and stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm good. It's, they don't have internet. and
Too much
it's in the middle of nowhere. Anything there is not like if I wanted to go to the store or something, it's not for.
I tried something new.
I think the closest store to them, if they wanted to go shopping, was like 30 to 45 minutes away.
Well,
And I was just like, yeah, I'm not for it. This is, it's not my type of thing.
well, what do you think?
So I said, no, I'm okay, but if I change my mind, I'll let you know. They gave me their address and everything, you know.
Oh man, you are so
Nick,
Yeah, I was basically like, nah, I'm good.
holy shit.
nothing ever fits.
And again, I talk to him about Bruce all the time, so he's perfectly healthy, he's fine, they're taking care of him. I think the suit I'm gonna do is this one, because this is probably one of my favorites. We'll continue and beat the finale with this one. But yeah, so he ended up staying with him, and I never took him back. So my dog eventually became their dog, and God, he is ugly. And yeah, that's how that happened. So I understand that she's worried about her dog or something happening or getting hurt because she's getting old.
Yeah, I felt like
I get it, because I had 2 dogs that I love very much. They were bigger dogs than the dog that I'm talking about with her is a smaller dog. It's the same thing. I had 2 dogs, I get it. And I had a cat. And the only reason why I don't have the cat is because when I moved out of my mom's house due to an unfortunate circumstance that I hadn't planned for, and I didn't plan on moving that early on, but due to having to move,
Leprechauns, I killed a whole tribe of Frankenberries once.
basically, I wanted to take him, but she wouldn't let me.
To get you to trust them.
She basically stole my cat and kept it. She was just like, you can't take him. And I was like, why? He's my cat. I paid for him. And she's like, where are you going to take him? I was like, to my next place I'm going to live. And he's like, and she's like, how will you know if it'll have a big yard? How will you know you'll be able to take care of him? This and that. You don't even have a job. Because when I moved, I didn't have a job. All this stuff. How are you going to make money? How are you going to feed him? This? I'm like, that's not the point. It's my cat. I paid for him. If I can't do that, I will give him up for adoption. And so one of my friends, before I let you keep my cat. And I won't get into too much detail, but basically I was kicked out. I had a whole court case. It's a whole situation because me and my mom never saw eye to eye. And we struggled with agreeing on certain stuff. So she got tired of it, and I understand. And again, I thought it was time to go anyways. At the time I was, I believe, 20 or 21, and she was like 50 or about to turn 51. We were 2 different age ranges, and it was just never going to work. So at one point, I needed to go, and that was the perfect opportunity to go, even though that's not when I wanted to leave. But yeah, I ended up getting kicked out and had a whole court thing, and she kept my cat. And I was mad and frustrated. So when I went to the courts, the first thing, because she kept a lot of my stuff. My TV that I just got on the year before for Black Friday, all this stuff she kept because she believed out of all the 18 years she took care of me, this was me giving back thanks to her. And I'm like, I paid for these, I could keep these, and somehow she still had receipts of them even though I bought them. She had receipts of my products that I bought. I don't know. So when we had the court cases, she posed the receipts to the jury, so the jury said she has receipts, and I'm like, those are mine. She probably took them from me, or took them out of the trash when I threw them away or something. I paid for these things. You can look on my accounts for like Best Buy and GameStop, and I paid for these things. Those will prove that I paid for them. And she was like, yeah, but she's the one with the receipts. I'm like, she could have took them out of my wallet. That doesn't mean she bought them. That means she has a receipt saying they were bought. They could have been bought by me. You'll never know, but you're going along with it just because she has a receipt in hand. And the judge was like, hey, that's how it works. She has a receipt, so she keeps them. And I was mad, and I ended up striking a deal with her that I could get some of my stuff. Of course, there were the more expensive stuff, like my first PS5 and all my freaking disc games for Xbox and PlayStation and Switch, everything, including My hard drives, my freaking 2 guitars, my 3 swords, everything that was expensive. The TV, a couple of my skateboards, a lot of my clothes, a lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a lot of my shit that wasn't cheap. It was expensive. I paid for it. It was expensive. It took me lots of years to collect and get. She kept, and I had to do it because of the courts. I fought for 2 years with the courts to get my cat back because I was like, I paid for it. I have the receipt. I have his adoption papers and everything. He's my cat, my kitty cat. And she's saying that I can't take him and then it has to stay with her and everything, and it's bull. It's bull. It's my cat. And I had everything, the adoption papers and everything. And they were like, because obviously when I was kicked out, I didn't have an apartment set up because I didn't expect to be kicked out without a plan. So the court said, well, do you know where you're going? I was like, no, at the moment I don't have anywhere to live. I have to figure that out. And they're like, well, until you figure it out, the cat stays with her. And I had no choice. I hated it, but I had no choice. Basically what ended up happening was I found a place, but it wasn't like a home because I didn't have a job, so I had to get a job first. And I didn't want to bother any of my friends with the problem, so I ended up going into like, it wasn't really like a homeless shelter, but it was a place that was similar to a homeless shelter. What I would just go there for a certain amount of time and be able to get the stuff done that I needed while I had that time, and then I had to move on somewhere else. So I went there. It was like a program, and then from there I was there for a year and a half. I got most of the things done. I got a job, and then when I moved so far away, so I had to get a different job, which I did eventually. I think it took me like 6 months. And then that place I went to was basically a sober living program, but it qualified to help me. So I had a place to stay until I was able to get money to get on my own 2 feet. And I had to go there because they were going to help me get control of my money that my mom didn't want me to have. So they helped me with that. And then after they helped me with that, I was there for the last 5 months that I was able to stay. And then I had to move on. From there, I actually went and got an apartment with a couple of roommates that I met, and I stayed there for I think 6 months, and then there became a point where the roommates just didn't want to pay rent, so I was the only one paying, and the owner of the house, she was Asian, and I had a lot of problems even when I lived with my mom with Asian renters. They were basically, they only mostly care about money and making sure the house is okay and intact. So what ended up happening was, she said, hey, no one else is paying rent besides you, and I can't just keep the home open just for you. So unless you have the money of the other 8 people that were in the house that weren't paying every month, which I doubt you have, and even if you do, I would just tell you to get your own place. I have to shut the house down. So she ended up basically shutting the house down, so I had to find somewhere else to live. But luckily, while I was at that house, I didn't have a job, but I was making income in any way that I can. So then I moved out to LA, which is where I am at currently. And I got a job out here, which was my Universal job, which I'm not at currently, but my fiance still is. That's where I met her. What happened was, I moved out here and things got better, and now I'm in a stable place here in LA. But before that, when I went to that first place after getting kicked out from my mom's house, I went to the courts and told them I have a place, not gonna take them. They take animals. They'll let me bring animals down. And they were like, well, that's not your place. That's a place that they're offering you for a short time limit. So we can't let you have him because, let's say you're there for a year and a half. I think it was 2 years, but if you're there for a year and a half and you have to move somewhere else and you don't have somewhere to move, the cat will suffer just like you would. And that's not fair to the cat. I'm like, it's my cat, not hers. And apparently they were treating it like a kid situation. If you can't take care of the cat in a safe manner, in a safe home and all this stuff, you can't have the cat. And I'm like, it's my cat, okay? Not hers. And they said, until I have a safe spot, I can't do it. And then when I finally got that safe spot here in LA, I tried it again when I was at my place before LA, which was in Lakewood. And they said, yes, you have a safe spot now. But again, it's not... First of all, they tried to play some BS. They said, okay, yeah, you finally have your own place, but
Shoot his damn eyes out!
I don't remember what he told me to shoot. But yeah, they were saying so because by the time I made it to that place in Lakewood, it was already like 3 years that I hadn't lived with him. So, and I was there for a year, but once like 2 months in of being in Lakewood, I reached out to the courts, which is when they told me, hey, even though you have a safe place, it's been like 3 years that the cat has been with her. So I'm sure she's built a connection with this cat and all this stuff. You know, we don't think it's fair that you rip the cat away from the mother, basically. And I'm like, it's not his mother. I am his father. That is my cat. I don't care if the cat's been there for 3 years or fucking 10 years or even 2 months. It's my cat. I paid for him. I have the freaking adoption papers. Then I named him and everything. His will and everything is in front of me. It is my cat. He is mine, not hers. I don't care how long he's been with her. But for some reason, they argued because my cat had been with her for so long that I couldn't have him, basically. And I had to accept that and deal with that. And it was the most hurtful thing to do, and it was the most frustrating and painful thing to do. But I had no choice. And, you know, I absolutely hated it, but they wouldn't let me have my cat. So, at the end of the day, my mom got away with keeping my cat.
Shoot his damn eyes out!
And there was nothing I could do. This boss is not that hard, he's just annoying. But yeah, there was nothing I could do, so I had to accept it as much as I hated it, and it was hard. And yeah, that's how we are at this moment. So I understand the whole, she's worried about her cat because I was worried about mine, or she's worried about her dog because I was worried about mine. And I know the pain of being without a pet that you care about.
Oh, this dude has tried to grab me more than Father O'Malley.
But yeah, it was just super frustrating, that whole situation. So I get it now that she is worried about her dog, and yeah, I understand the thing. Just
oh, this dude has tried to grab me more than Father O'Malley.
He's almost there. It's almost over.
Oh, this dude is trying to grab me more than Father O'Malley. Shoot his damn eyes out!
Oh crap, he's eating us. We have to get his claws? Is that what we gotta do?
Jesus Christ! He's too strong! When you kill this guy.
Damn it, I missed my chance to smack. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'll be so happy when you kill this guy. Do it now! Jump on his body!
Did you see the way that dude's head back there splattered all over everything? If I had put you in a mailbox, you would have missed that. It was pretty cool.
Juliet.
Why are we answering a phone call while we're about to die?
You must do as I say.
Okay.
You're making good progress. A path will open for you if you move ahead, through his mouth and into his body.
Oh, I'm pretty good at keeping guys out of my body.
What
Never
the hell?
tried getting inside of someone else's.
Just be like, oopsies, gotta go. I'll call you back later.
Look out!
Is that her father? Oh, yeah, it is. With the dynamite.
Go, Juliet, now, before the hole closes.
But my daddy, no!
You must go into Killer Billy's body before the hole your father created closes. His weakness is inside his body.
God dang it. Please, Juliet.
I can't.
Juliet, listen to me. You have to go now. Your dad did what he did because he trusted you. Show him he was right to believe in you.
Okay, Nick. Let's get this over with.
Juliet, can you hear me? I don't know what's going to happen next. Something very frightening, something demonic is in the air. Good. Not. Be careful. Juliet!
Oh my god, Dad. I really hope this was worth it. Oh my god, the stench.
Oh boy. Oh, that was close. They're trying to spike me to death. No way. Jose, bro.
Juliet, are you there?
Oh,
Sensei?
what is that?
That's his core. Listen carefully. This is your final lesson. Killer Billy is
That's
a
the
mountain
goth
of
boy's
tainted flesh,
body?
held together by evil spirits. You have to send a signal from its core, commanding it to self-destruct. Once the body is destroyed, all of the captured souls will be sent back to Rotten World. Take control of his core and make him destroy himself
How?
by detonating a Nick bomb.
A what?
Like you have throughout this battle, you must connect Nick's head to Swan's body.
But what will happen to Nick?
I am so sorry, as Nick would die. But perhaps...
Sensei? I can't hear you.
Damn, Nick's gonna die, bro. Just like he wanted. And no, she can't be like, no, I can't do it. Look, her father gave her life for this. Or his life for this. If you do not kill Nick, I know this sounds bad, but if you do not kill Nick for the greater good, I swear to God.
There's a reason I'm here.
Yep.
There's a plan greater than all of us. But it's time to say goodbye. Put me there and make the bomb.
What?
You need to put me on Swan's body. It's the only way to stop him.
Nick, no! He said you'll die!
So, your dad just died giving
Juliet,
up
it's okay.
so you can have
I
this
feel strong for the
game.
first time in my life. I feel lucky to have been on this journey with you and your family. And I feel like a zombie hunter.
I can't, Nick. I don't want to be without you.
Yeah, well, you won't be without. You'll be without everyone if
But
you don't
sometimes
kill.
there are more important things than what we want in life.
Nick.
I don't have a choice. Down. Nick was the sacrifice.
I love you so much.
I love you too, baby. More than anything.
Aww. Did she make it out?
Well,
That's it? That's how you end it?
totally awesome.
There better be a cutscene after this, or I swear to God.
Nick!
Is he still alive?
Yes, son. Because of your honor and sacrifice, the mad feast has come to an end. You have truly been a hero. The glorious ones have chosen to bless you with a reward. But unfortunately, in the shuffling of this death and that death, this body and that, there was a small mix-up.
A mix-up?
I will be watching you from above, so please, in my memory, have Juliet do plenty of cartwheels while wearing those little white panties with the teddy bears.
Is he alive? Is this full body?
Juliet?
With his full body?
Nick!
Juliet!
Is he with the old man's body? He is. Oh my God. Yeah, he's with the
mix-up.
old man's body.
I've got Morikawa's body. Well, what the hell, I guess.
Dang, she's taller than I expected.
Hey, face suckers! Up here!
All the dads survived.
You're okay!
Yep. Think I lost a testy in the blast, but what the hell? You only need one.
Looking great, sir.
Well, I guess it's a happy ending. The father didn't die, and Nick
best
came
hurry.
back to life,
Your mama's gonna be worried.
but he's in Morikawa's body.
Don't you think you should go to the hospital?
Not necessary. I used a staple gun up there to put the old scrope back together again.
No, I would have went to the hospital.
Completely horrifying. You know what? This has really been the best birthday ever.
Really? Defeat, kill, bleh. Alright, I think that is it. That is it for the Lollipop Chainsaw Repop or remake, whatever you want to call it. Alright, now that this is my first time beating it, let's talk a little bit. Won't be long, I promise. I really liked it. It gives me memories of the first time I played it, which was basically just the first mission. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I love it. And I hope this sold well. Because I kind of want to see a sequel. A part of me believes it didn't. I don't think it did bad. But I don't think we'll get a sequel. Like, I love this, right? And I mean, if No More Heroes can get 3 games, why can't we get a second Lollipop Chainsaw? I don't know. Maybe that's just hopes and wishes. But this was good. And honestly, can't wait to see what the future holds. Not just for this game, if there is anything future for this game, but I'm trying to think of. But yeah, basically what I was saying, if there is anything future for this game, so I can't wait to see what the future holds. And if not, then this was still a wonderful experience, and I'm glad that I was able to finally finish. Because I never, like I said, I never finished the original one. All I ever did was play the prologue and the first mission. That was it. I never finished the game because other stuff came up and I got distracted or whatever. So I'm glad I could finish it this time around. I had a really good time with it. Good story, fun gameplay, not too overly complex. And yeah, I'm just glad that I got to experience this masterpiece. And again, with all the DLC, the costumes and everything, so I didn't have to buy them separately. So, yeah, I mean, thanks for watching this playthrough. I'm going to wait till all the credits are done. Stay tuned for some more playthroughs like this. The next one, the next one I'm hoping to finish is going to be the the Silent Hill 2 remake. I swear to God, I have like one more playthrough in that. We are literally like almost on the final chapter, and then that should be done. So one more good playthrough of that, and it should be done. So that's the next one I hope to finish. Let's see if there's any outro cutscene before I finish up or wrap up what I was saying. There is.
Mom, I'm home.
Mama, your lover boy is back.
Everyone, where were you? You were supposed to be home hours ago.
Mom, I have someone I want you to meet.
Mrs. Starling, hi, I'm Nick.
Oh, you're Juliet's friend.
Mom, what's wrong?
You zombie.
Juliet?
Come on in, everyone. Time for dinner.
Yeah, she's a
Holy
zombie.
mother! Oh!
And by dinner, I mean you.
And that's it. Wow. Congratulations. You beat the game. Special items are now on sale at shop2shop.zom. Is that real? You have 2 messages in your phone. Wow. What of a way to market. Whatever that is, if that's a real website. But yeah, I had a really good time finishing this up. We will continue with some more playthroughs. Unlock very hard difficulty. Watch the bad ending. That's the bad ending. What's the good ending? Oh my god. What is the good ending? There's a good ending? Hold on. I'm going to look at the trophies real quick. I do want to say thank you for anyone who enjoyed this playthrough, who enjoys any other playthroughs I do and continues to watch my content. I don't know how to get the good ending, but I'm looking at the trophies. There's the bad ending, which I watched, and then it says, congratulations, happy birthday, watch the happy ending. I'm going to skip this so I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, basically, thank you for watching, and there's more to come. I'm going to try, I think I have about an hour and a half before my fiance gets off work, and then she'll be home shortly after. So I do want to do one more video. I want to start a new playthrough that I've been wanting to do. We'll see how that goes. But I'll see you in the next one, hopefully soon. Catch you later.